How to find the estimated monthly installment, the EMI, which is an annuity calculation. Okay, so in this example, we're assuming a mortgage, a property that has a purchase price of 800,000, okay, and has 90% financing at 7% rate, and the mortgage term is 7 years. So I need to find how much do I need to pay monthly installments if I'm going to finance this property at 90%. So first step, if it's 90%, I need to know how much is the loan, okay? So 10% of it is going to be the down payment. 90% is the loan. I will multiply 800,000 by 90% or 0.9. So if I do 800,000 multiplied by 0.9 or 90%, I will get 720,000. Okay? Or if you want a simpler one, 8% of 800,000 is 80,000. That will be my down payment. Subtract 800,000 minus 80,000, it'll give me 720,000. So I know now my loan amount is 720,000. Okay? The loan is at 7% and it's 25 years and it's monthly. There is monthly payments. So I have to change this interest rate and this tenor into monthly, okay? So if monthly, I will multiply the T by 12 and I will divide the R by 12. Why? Okay, because I need to know the number of periods. So whatever my time is, the number of years, I will multiply by 12 to know the number of periods, the number of payments, the number of annuities I have to pay, okay? So I have to make monthly. So if it's 1 year, I have to make 12 payments, right? Because there is 12 months in 1 year. So if I have, for example, an annuity that is due in 1 year and it's monthly, my time or the number of periods is 12. It's 1 year, 1 multiplied by 12. That will give me 12 payments. In our example, it's 25 years. Remember, I said here it's 25 years. So I'll have to multiply that by 12. That gives me 300. Okay, so there are going to be 300 payments monthly for this mortgage. Now the rate, okay, don't forget whenever we are given a rate, which in this example is 7%, this rate is an annual rate, it's an APR. However, since I'm paying monthly, I need to know the interest per month. So I will divide this 7% is an annual rate, so I need to divide it by 12 to get the monthly interest rate, okay? So let's do that. So I'm going to do 7%, divide that by 12, okay? If you do that with your calculators or with your phones, any way you want, you are going to get that it's 0.5833%, or if you want to have it as a decimal, 0.0005833, and it's 3, it keeps going, okay? So this is my interest monthly, and this is the number of periods for the loan. Once I have these two components, I put them in my annuity formula. The annuity formula is the present value of an annuity equals the payment, and this is what we want to find, okay? This is what we need to calculate for the EMI, okay? Multiply by the present value factor, which is 1 minus 1 over 1 plus r to the t over r. This is if the payments are annual. If they are not, if they're monthly, then like I said, the R I have to divide it by 12 and the T multiplied by 12. Okay? However, since I did calculate them here, I can straight away put this number into the formula here. Let me move this a bit down here so you guys can see. Okay, right there. So I can put this 300 now in place of T, and I can put this in place of R. Okay? Again, my T multiplied by 12, so it's 300, so I'm going to put 300 here. And then I'm going to put this interest rate either as a percent or as a decimal where R is. And that way I can get my EMI, which is the payment. Let me just check it's, you can see this? Yeah. Okay. So let's do that calculation. So I have put it here. The PV is the loan amount, the 720,000, which we said is the loan, right? This is the loan I have to pay. The future value is always going to be 0 because you remember you're going to pay a loan until it's settled. So future value is 0. There's no future value in this calculation. Today I'm taking the loan of 720,000. I need to know how much I'm going to pay on monthly basis. So this present value of the annuity is 720,000. The payment, that's what I need to find. And then I've put everything in here that is a monthly rate. It's not the 7%. It's the monthly one that I calculated. Again, remember, this was annually at a 7%. I converted it to a monthly rate. That is what I put for R, the monthly rate. The T, I converted that as well to the number of periods, which is 300. So it was 25 years. If you remember again, 25 years, I multiplied that by 12 and I got 300. I put that here for T, 300, okay? Now, if you're using your calculators and you can put everything in a calculator, you can do that, okay? But I'm showing you step by step to make sure it's clear. So once I do this calculation, I'm going to get this factor as 141.486, and I keep a lot of decimals just so it doesn't round early on. This is why I'm keeping many decimals so that it doesn't round for me too early on, so I'm not off too much by the answer. Now, since I have this, very simply 720 equals the payment multiplied by this, I need to divide both sides by this number to get rid of it, to get it on the other side, to get what the payment is. So I will divide by 141.4869004 here and divide it here. Divide both sides and I get the answer as $5,088.81, and that is the monthly payment. That is the annuity. That is the EMI for this problem. Okay? Try it again. I'll put the numbers here again. Try it and see if you get the same answer. The purchase price, 800,000, financed at 90%. The interest rate is 7% for 25 years. Calculate the EMI, which is the annuity, and see if you get this answer over here. If you did, then you have done it correctly. Good luck.